So the first piece we are going to do is this triangle of torsion ground and footside. This is exactly the same as the torsion insertion that we did before. So I will not be boring you with this. I will meet you once you have done this line of pinholes here, got to here. That's the footside. All of that is half stitch pin half stitch. This is a cloth stitch passive. And this is the straight edge footside that we were doing previously. I will meet you once you have done this here and you only have the fan left to go. So join me shortly. So we have done this triangle of torsion ground here with our footside. We can't go any further. We don't have any more pairs. We have done more than we needed for the fan, but that's fine. I prefer to do a whole block at a time. So this is the block we've done. We're now going to go on to the fan. Now, this isn't difficult. This is very similar to how we did the diamond when we were changing things up previously. So move all your pairs over a little bit so you've got room to work. Now remember, this is your edge pair, dark green. The yellow will become the worker and follow the trail in the fan. That's what we're aiming for. So in order to make that happen, we need to work through this one. Now, because it's an edge pair, we're going to do cloth stitch and twist. We're going to put the first pin in. There. Just tension that a bit. And then we're going to work back through in cloth stitch and twist. Right. Now we're moving over to get the first pair. So same as a diamond, move it over. We're working this one in cloth stitch. Just remember there's a twist there from the torsion ground, which defines the fan. So it makes this little area here a bit more interesting. You can add another twist if you want to. That's fine. It's up to you. But do be aware that if you take the twist out, you will just have two single threads going in there and it will not look quite as professional, quite as detailed. So little twists make a big difference. So we're just going to work through this one in cloth stitch, which is cross, twist, cross. Twist the workers twice. We're going to put up a pin. Bring my pin box a bit closer so I can see it. Tension, tension. That's what we need. Lots of tension. Okay. I'll make these a little bit longer. Okay. Now we're going back the other way. So, cloth stitch. Twist, because we're going to do cloth stitch and twist with this edge pair. Cloth stitch and twist. Cross twist, cross twist. Another twist on the workers. And we're going to put up that pin. And then we're going to tension everything. Again, it's really important you get into the habit of tensioning after almost every row, every stitch almost sometimes. Okay, back again. Cloth stitch and twist. Cloth stitch. Now we're still growing our fan, so we're going to get another pair in there. Twist twice. And pop in the pin. We're now popping in the pin underneath those workers. Tension. So the edge pair you can go right up against the pins with, and these ones can stretch out as far as they can. Back we go. Cloth stitch, twist, because we're doing these in cloth stitch and twist. Twist the workers twice. Pop in a pin. Tension. Tension, tension, tension. If you're going to have a mantra, that should be it. Let me make these a bit bigger. A bit longer. You will use up a lot of thread on these diamonds and the fans. Okay, go back again. Cross stitch and twist. cloth stitch, cloth stitch. Come to the point of the fan, so we add in a pair, twist twice, pop in a pin, tension, tension. Now this one, oops, sorry, dodgy stand. So this one here that we're just making, because it's the point, it goes in and out at the same one. So once we do cross stitch with that one, put it up against the pin and twist. That one is now no longer used. If you want to, you can pin it back. Just pop a pin just so that you know not to use it again. Okay, going over to the other side, cloth stitch, twist, cloth stitch, twist the workers twice, pop in a pin, and then tension everything. Now, as we reduce and as your fan curves round, don't pull these away from the pins, because what will happen is all your pinholes will elongate. You just have to be very careful. If you need to, add another couple of twists here and it will push this outside thread against the pins. So that's another sneaky little method you can use if you want to. Just tension it by all means, but don't put it away from the pins. If you put it too hard, it will go, and just like, no, not talking to the pins today, can't be bothered, and you'll get big massive gappy pinholes, and nobody wants gappy pinholes. So I'm going to take this one out as well. So pop your pin in, tension. So make sure when you're pulling them, you pull down, and then you won't be too far off where everything is. So cross stitch, twist, because we don't need that one anymore. Pop that one next to the other ones with your pin. So the next one, cross stitch, twist, cross stitch and twist, twist your workers. Another one. So you have two twists on the workers. Pop your pin in, pull down. You will get some slight coming away from the edges, but it's not as bad as if you were yanking on them, making them really, really straight, because otherwise they will come. If you pull them really hard, they will just come in a straight line from that pin. And we don't want that. We want them to fill the shape that we're making. So there's that one. So a little bit more tension. That's that one good. Okay, now your last one. Cross stitch and twist. Your workers twice. Popping in that last pin, which goes there. Cross stitch. Twist those ones. Pop them out of the way. Can you see how that moved then when I pulled them over? Because it's just trying to go between the pin it started at. It doesn't want to go out here. We made it a little bit, but then it wants to go straight if you carry on pulling it. That's why you need to put the cross stitch and twist in, and if you need extra twists, go for it, no problem. Twist, and then we're doing that one, and we're putting our pin in. There. Okay, now as you can see, you come to the bottom of the fan. You're now ready to work the next lot of green torsion here, and the foot side that goes with it, and then we'll come back and we'll make the next fan in the next bit. So here we are, ready to work the second fan. We have done our second area of torsion ground. exactly the same as the first. Half stitch, pin, half stitch. We have done our foot side as far as we can. We're now ready to do this bit here. So if you have done your fans going to the left first, you need to make this pin first with the pairs already there. If you have made your fan to the right first, you'll pick up this pair first. Okay, so if you are going from right to left, so you go from here, you work through the edge pair again, pick it up, back you go. Just the same as we did before. We are going to the left, so we're just going to have to make that pin first. So we want to make sure we're not swapping colours of workers at this stage, although that is definitely something we will show you later on. So you just need to make an extra twist in the workers, pop in your pin and work an edge stitch, which is a cross stitch and twist, and then we're off to pick up our next pair. Just move those out of the way, over to here. Twist twice, so we go through it in cross stitch, twist the workers twice, pop in that pin, and off we go again. Exactly the same as the first fan. Cross stitch for the light green, twist, cross stitch and twist for the edge pair in the dark green, pop in a pin, tension, 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 edge stitch, which is cross stitch and twist, cross stitch through that pair, cross stitch through the next pair, twist your workers twice, pop in a pin. I have to find a pin. I have fat fingers today. Okay, pop that in there, tension, tension, back we go again, cross stitch, twist the workers, cross stitch and twist, twist the workers twice, pop in a pin, I'm just going to unwind these workers just a little bit longer. Okay, cross stitch, twist, cross stitch, pick up another pair, cross stitch, twist the workers twice, pop in your pin, tension, tension. Now this is the middle of the fan, so we are now going to go back out and take this one out with us. So that goes out, and then we're twisting it, pull it up quite tight to that pin and pop it to one side. Now we're doing cross stitch, twist, cross stitch, twist the workers one at a time, and then we're going to pop that one in there. And then we're just going to tension those ones. Again, don't tension the edge ones too hard. Just make sure they're flowing with the pins. Going back through to cross stitch, twist the workers twice, pop in your pin, in there, and then go back. Now we're taking this pair out, so we're twisting that one, pulling it up to the pin, and it moves here. As you can see, it moves from straight down to the pin to the pin. I'll have these a bit more. We'll use a lot of thread, so make sure you've wound up those workers with a lot of thread on them. This is one of the most, well, we call them yarn eaters if you're a crocheter, but thread eaters, I suppose, if you're a lace maker. Pop that in there. A little bit of tension, edge stitch, last pair to be thrown out, workers twist twice, pop in your pin, cross stitch, taking that one out, so we twist it, pull it, twist this one because we're doing an edge stitch, pop your pin in. Oops. There you go. And that is how we're doing this head side. That is how we're doing the ground, and that's how we're connecting the two. If you would like to change colours on the fan, I will show you how to do that in the next video. Otherwise, you've pretty much got it now. I will work till the end of the sampler and I will show you. And then you are free to go off and make your own patterns. I'll see you at the end.